Update 1 on the newly formed tropical storm Toraji, currently with winds of 40 miles per hour, pressure of 996 millibars, and position of 26.1 degrees north, 124.8 degrees east, which puts it just north of the Ryukyu Islands in Japan, to the west of Okinawa, and that's where it's likely to pass close to over the next 24-48 hours as a tropical storm, and then curve towards the north, grazing the coast of Kyushu as well in Japan, and then turning post-tropical eventually, possibly in between Japan and Korea over the next 5 days. Gale advisory is currently in effect for Miyako and Okinawa Islands at this time. Those may be extended further north along the rest of the Ryukyu Island chain, and then eventually the Japanese mainland. So let's take a look at the probabilities, percentages of tropical storm conditions in the next 96 hours. 60% on Okinawa, 50% further north on the Amami Islands, 50% as well in southern Kyushu, 60% in northern Kyushu, and 30% on Jeju Island in Korea as well. Those are just very rough numbers, but that gives you a bit of an idea of what to expect over the next 4 days. Let's take a look at the sea surface temperatures then. You can see here around 27-28 degrees Celsius where the storm's currently located. A bit of a warm patch towards its north where it's likely to pass through, so that could aid a little bit of intensification, but as it moves over Japan, or between Japan and Korea as the case may be, sea surface temperatures will really decrease after that and the storm will weaken. So let's take a look at the models then. The CMC model first of all has the storm moving towards the northeast and then moving through the southern half of Kyushu Island. As far as the rest of the Pacific is concerned, 2 new storms forming, one in the South China Sea and one out at sea in the Western Pacific over the open ocean. The GFS model predicts something fairly similar, landfall on Kyushu Island and then moving further into the Japanese mainland over Shikoku and maybe Honshu as well as a tropical storm. Maybe not, probably a remnant low by then, but certainly tropical storm conditions and possibly some flooding and rainfall occurring over that region over the next few days. Here's the latest satellite imagery then, looking at the floater imagery over the past few hours. You can see how the storm's been moving. You see how it's been developing as well, getting that characteristic tropical storm look about it over those past few hours in particular, especially on the visible loops. But you can see how it's been moving, fairly moist as well. Conditions, dry air a bit towards the north, you can see on this one in particular here, but not too much that's affecting the storm at this time. The storms are going to move towards the northwest, the northeast rather, and eventually turn post-tropical as it passes Japan. It won't be that long. It won't be that much of a long-lived system, and it probably won't pull off a rapid intensification spell or anything like that. It'll probably remain as a tropical storm. Probably won't even get beyond moderate. So, but can still cause, of course, conditions, inclement weather on the Japanese islands. So as of September the 2nd then, this is the current situation across the world. Kiko in the Eastern Pacific, 97L moving through the Lesser Antilles right now, 92S still in the South Indian Ocean, Toraji of course, and 94W towards its east. And we also have U2 as well, which is currently located near the international date line, designated by the Japanese Meteorological Agency, but not recognised by the JTWC as of yet. It has been tagged as Invest 97W, but that's just about it for now. But those are the 3 systems currently in the Pacific. It's the 13th storm of the 2013 Pacific typhoon season. 4 typhoons so far, 2 of which reached Category 3 status. We're not expecting this to be the 5th typhoon, but it is the 13th tropical storm, which puts it 1 behind 2010, which remains to be the quietest season on record so far, but with it only being the beginning of September 2013, will quite easily leapfrog that and the next few above it, as a matter of fact, over the next few weeks or however long it may take for the next storms to form. But it is right in the centre of the season, so we'll be expecting a lot more storms to come over the next month or 2. You can track this storm at the website force13.com/stormtracking.html. That's the main page for it. There you have the overall tracking map, which is basically like the one that was presented not too long ago in this video, where you have the storms, including invest and post-tropical storms, with the tables at the top and bottom showing their intensities and any warnings that are currently in effect. You can also visit us elsewhere on the web, Facebook and Twitter, Force13's on both of those. Please do check it out and show your support by doing the usual means of engagement. I don't believe I have to repeat those as I usually do at this point in the video, but there you have it. The next update on this storm will be coming up at some point, probably in the evening on Tuesday, September the 2nd, Monday, September the 2nd, during the evening hours, UTC. But until then, that's all for now.